I have this question in my mind about whether people ask before they take things. Yesterday, a woman on Facebook was upset because someone had taken one of her photos and posted it on Instagram without asking. She wanted to know if that was cool, and clearly it didn't feel good to her. And this really long thread followed. Um, Dozens of people commented. I myself probably spent an hour um, contributing to the thread, choosing my words very carefully, talking about copyright and how photos work, who owns the copyright. By the way, the answer is the person who takes the photo owns the copyright in the moment that they take it. And no, they don't have to register it, but if they're going to fight it legally, they should. Um, and there's so many little nuances to that story, and a lot of photographers are talking about a recent story with a woman. Um, Her last name is Sinclair. I want to say it's Stephanie. I'm not sure. Um, who is a really well-respected photographer who said no to $50 from Mashable to use her photograph, and then they ran it anyway. They ran it embedded in an Instagram link, um, and she took it to court, and they won because that's part of the terms of service of when you post on Instagram. It's not that you lose the rights to your photo, but they can be reused from that platform into another. Anyway, that's so technical, so minute. But so I was contributing to this thread. Another woman was contributing who used to own an agency of photographers in New York. So her expertise is 10 times what mine is. I just know what I know partly from doing it, partly from having to defend my copyright and having to hire lawyers to chase down a misuse of my photographs. Um, anyway, lots of back and forth, lots of comments. And then a little bit later in the day, the original poster deleted the entire thread. She deleted all of it, and then she posted a new thread, not whatever, posted a new comment um, with basically the lessons that she had learned. So she was sort of saying, so here are the rules. Here are the rules of posting online for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All of those she had learned that same day from all of us who'd contributed on her thread. And I thought, isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? The way the world reflects back to you. So she was upset about a thing. She was upset about someone taking her, let's call it knowledge and expertise, and misusing it, using it for their own purposes, not asking, just posting. And then she did the same thing. She took all of our information, all of our words, all of our comments, and different because she didn't just steal them, she synthesized and she made it simpler. But instead of letting the experts be the experts, she made herself look like the expert. And I commented again, and I said I was a little bit annoyed. And I mean, seriously, not a big deal. It's Facebook. And I was just sharing, I was just giving information that I would have given to anyone, anywhere. But I spent time, and I do have a certain amount of expertise. And this woman just erased all of it. She just deleted it like it was nothing and then made it all her expertise. And I thought, wow, that's so interesting because that's the thing she was upset about. And that's how I think life works. I think we get our lessons over and over and over again, until we get them. And I know I felt a bit like a jerk calling her out like that, but I was upset that I had wasted my time contributing to her thread and educating her. Um, and I was upset not for what she took from it, but nobody else was going to learn the way she had learned. Nobody else was going to see where the expertise came from, or learn that this other woman owned a photo agency. And I mean, heck, I'd like to know who she was. I don't, because her name is gone from the thread, and I can't reach out to her or connect with her. But I did mention that, and I said, I think it would be good for you to notice um, that the thing you were upset about is now the thing that you're doing. And that's so great. I mean, I like it when people point it out to me. Um, yeah, I think that's where we are right now. I think we're learning lessons really hard and fast. And, we're just coming like right up in our faces with our stuff and our stories. And um, I know I am. I know I have to really look at my beliefs, um, and also like what I care about, what's in my heart. I had such a great conversation later today, that I'll post in a couple days, with the first stranger that I've ever um, invited into one of these conversations. And you'll see this is a man doing a project to meet 10,000 people, originally in person, now it's online, but to meet them and make some sort of real connection and call them his friends. And he's my kind of person. And he's not doing it for any particular reason. It just feels good. And it seemed like a fun idea. And he's running with it. And he's really running with it. And it's a great project. And I'll post it. I'll say more about it then. But that's how I feel about what I'm doing. I came really close to uh, not only not recording anything today, but also telling myself that this is stupid and like I have no point, so maybe I should just stop. And I thought, well, maybe I should be teaching more photography. But you know what? I sat there talking to Rob for an hour, and I know I said it a couple of times that I just don't think photography is about the photographs. It's not about the pretty pictures. That's the byproduct. Um, I don't know. I struggle with the part, this whole copyright story, that was actually part of another thread in a group of photographers today. They were talking about, how do you feel about the Sinclair ruling? And do you think Instagram should be able to take your photos and use them this way? And do you think, not Insta, well, yes, Instagram and the end users, should they be able to use your photos this way? And I have to say, there's somebody out there who I don't think I know her. I could be wrong, but um, she asked if she could use one of my photos, and I said let's discuss it privately. I didn't know what she wanted it for, and then she revealed that she had taken one of my photos and was using it as her screensaver on her phone, and she said she felt bad about it, and she wanted to use a new photo. I presume maybe also as a screensaver. And she said, how do I make this right? And I haven't been able to answer her because I don't really know. I don't really know how I feel about that, because it sucks when people take your stuff without asking. especially if it's something I really, I'm sure I would have just said, great, take it. Like, what am I going to do? I mean, I can't say no, but I don't know. It's such a slippery slope, and it's such a strange time to be a photographer and just to be a human. What's mine and what's yours, and ugh, you can't take any of it with you. So, doesn't it make more sense to give your creativity to the world because it makes other people happy? I mean, isn't that the whole point of why I do this? It is. I love the ways that it makes people happy. I'm over the moon that somebody reached out today and asked about um, buying some of my artwork. Over the moon. Like, how can you not feel good about that as an artist or a photographer? And I will always do whatever I can do to make it possible for people to enjoy my work. And if it makes them feel good, then I feel good. I feel good even, I feel good. I felt good when I made it, but I feel even better knowing that somebody else can connect to what I was feeling. So there's a lot of gray area. And I know photographers are upset that um, for-profit businesses are taking advantage of us. Um, and this has been going on forever, like really forever. I don't know what to say about it. I mean, I can tell you what I said in the thread um, about the Instagram copyright story. Um, to roughly paraphrase, I said, photographers have always been doing editorial for cheap money because what they really want is advertising for big money. And I kind of believe that. I mean, that's sort of true. We all want exposure. We want to be seen. Really, what's the point of charging $100 for the use of a photo? But I feel like there is an energy exchange that should happen because that keeps balance in the system. And that's the part I'm struggling with the most because I don't know what that balance looks like. I mean, Instagram has given us a huge platform to share our creativity with other people. I didn't have the ability to do that before. So, I mean, Instagram is free and I am adding my artwork to it. Don't I owe them something for what they've given me? I kind of think I do. I kind of think I do. So, again, super tricky, super slippery. Do I think a magazine should be able to take it from Instagram? Not really. I do think that's wrong because I think the magazine is taking advantage of a loophole in the system, and they are taking advantage of art that was created really, okay, let's just say for Instagram. And I guess Instagram believes they can choose to use it as they want to use it. So if they want to give it to Mashable, that's okay. I just don't totally agree with that because now Mashable's benefiting from my photograph, let's just say, and they haven't paid for that. But of course, what they're going to say is, oh, but the exposure, oh, but you will be seen by so many more people. And that might be true, or it might not be. It'd be really great if there was a system that worked kind of the way music does. If you're a recording artist and your song plays on the radio, you get 2 cents, or so I heard. So wouldn't it be great if someone clicks on your photo That I like that. What if people got paid for views, paid for clicks? I don't know how that would work, but it would feel like a cleaner system to me. Anyway, not everything's about money. It really isn't. I think it's about energy and joy and giving and receiving. And I don't need money for everything I do. Money's awesome, but my life is awesome too because of the people who show up, because of this guy Rob that I spoke to for an hour, because he's following his passion. I'm following my passion. I've been doing this for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. This is my 21st video. And I don't know why I'm doing it. I'm just doing it because it's fun. And I'm sure it's going to be fun to look back at in 10 years. Maybe in 10 days. I don't know. I don't know. And I love doing things when I don't know why I'm doing them. I love that. I love the mystery. I actually like the mystery of what we're doing right now. This whole planet. We're in the mystery middle zone, and it's time to be creative as much as you can be. This is it's not all I can do every day, but this is a big chunk of what I do in a day is just find a moment to create a little thing that just goes out there like a little firework. This is my little firework of the day. I don't know if it's useful to anyone. I hope so. I hope it made you think about something. I'll see you tomorrow.